Hey, this is Donnie, and right now we're going to do a concept video for the next hour or so just about 4-bet pots. 4-bet pots are pretty common, and especially in today's no-limit game. Heads up and 6-max, you see tons of people 4-betting pre-flop. Basically, it's just a function of people reacting to the extremely aggressive 3-betting that goes on, which is obviously a reaction to the very loose pre-flop standards that people have. So especially in heads-up play, you see lots of 4-bet pots where you actually have to play. You have to actually play post-flop. So you get into situations where where you 4-bet somebody with either a good hand, a strong hand, or sometimes even with a junky hand, and you have a decision to make post-flop. So hopefully we'll be able to explore some of those. And I've filtered Hold the Manager to just show me only my 4-bet pots. And these are only pots where I have 4-bet. I'm not too great with Hold the Manager, so I didn't figure out if there was a way to include this as well as hands where I'm facing a 4-bet. So right now I'm going to try to get through this, and we're going to go through some of the bigger hands. Now this is a very standard one, but we're going to start off with it. It's heads up against Eric Liu, who's a very good player. This is from a while ago too, and basically it's very standard. I make it 300, he makes it 1100, I make it 2700, and we're 20k deep. Very standard hand so far. And now here's where you sort of have to start making decisions when the flop comes. Flop comes ace 3-4, and the way the match had been going, it had been super aggressive. I had been re-raising a ton, and he had been 3-betting a lot, and overall we were just playing very aggressive against each other. And I showed down a few bluffs. He had caught me a few times. And vice versa. So it was a super aggressive dynamic. So pretty much when this flop comes, I'm just going straight forward and obviously just betting the flop. And that turn comes, and it's a pretty safe turn card for me, one of the safest. And I decided to bet only 5,000 into the 12k pot. I had made this bluff. I had made this as a bluff a couple of times so far in the match, so the dynamic was there. Now some people might get a little bit afraid with a hand like Ace Jack or Ace Queen here in his spot. And you sort of have to be afraid that they might fold it. So you don't necessarily want to bet too big, although some people will react differently. Now in some cases you want to bet small because you think that'll induce more action from people. In other cases, if you bet big, it'll induce more action. And that's not really something I can really teach in the video. That's more of just understanding how your opponents think and understanding the dynamic that you have with your opponents. So in this hand, I decided if I bet a little bit less than half pot, he might just decide to stick it in. I didn't think he would call too often because there's pots so big. Although with queens, maybe that might be one of the very few hands he should just flat call there. Obviously he can fold, but I probably wouldn't be folding in his spot either, given how often I had been bluffing that match. Anyway, so I obviously call, and I win the hand. We're moving on to the next one.